The complete instructions for setting up the polling place and precinct tables are included in the Polling Place Coordinator Guide and Inspector Guide binders. Prior to Election Day, ensure you are only setting up the items outlined in the instructions. The Elections Office will deliver many of the larger items needed for Election Day. The delivery of these items is coordinated between the Elections Office and the polling place directly and does not require the Polling Place Coordinator or Inspector to arrange.
We recommend that an election officer takes a picture of the polling place before any setup occurs in order to know where everything needs to be returned at the end of the night. The polling place coordinator and inspectors will assign duties to the clerks and traffic clerk in order to set up the polling place and precinct tables in the most efficient manner. All of the election officers need to work together and share clerks to assist in getting the polling place set up properly.
Andrea and Eva, you'll be with me setting up the precinct table, and Shafiq, you'll be with Wes setting up the voting booths and additional items. Thank you.
The inspector and clerks will set up the precinct table. Each cover of the workstation instructions lists the materials needed at that station. We recommend that the index workstation be the first workstation at the precinct table, then the roster, ballot issue, and provisional workstations. In the precinct supplies, you will find a sheet of A to Z index tabs. Apply them to the right-hand side of the pages of the blue official roster. This process doesn't need to wait until you're at the polling place. Once you have received and verified your supplies picked up at distribution, you can complete this task.
The polling place coordinator and other clerks will assist in setting up the ballot reception workstation. They will post the items for display inside the polling place and set up the voting booths. There will be instructions with the items for display explaining where everything is to be placed both inside and outside the polling place. The polling place coordinator will place the labels with the polling place name in the pocket on the blue vote-by-mail bags. This is very important. The elections office needs to know which polling place the bags are from in order to process ballots on election night.
2 people will be needed to set up the AutoMark machine and table. The AutoMark machine is a ballot marking device available at every polling place in the county. Any voter may use the AutoMark. It has a Braille keypad, increased font size, and audio for visually impaired voters. It also has Spanish translation, and the audio can be used for voters with limited literacy skills. The machine and table will be delivered to the polling place with the other elections equipment. It will need to be set up near an outlet. First, you will set up the table. 2 elections officers lift the machine onto the table, slide the top latches outward, lift the lid, and raise the screen. Lower the lid behind the screen. Pull down the ballot feed tray when in use only. Plug the power cord into the back of the machine. Plug the headset into the audio jack on the front of the unit. There will be sanitary headphone covers in the green polling place supply bag to put out with the machine for voters to use. To turn the machine on, insert the key and turn to the on position. Please keep the ballot feed tray in the upright position and the privacy screen around the front of the unit while it is not being used. Please place a chair next to the unit so anyone needing to sit while utilizing the machine may do so. The machine must be set up and turned on, ready to use before the polls open on Election Day. If you have any questions about setting up the AutoMark, please call the Elections Office or ask your field supervisor on Election Day.
An accessible vote booth will also be delivered with the other equipment. When setting this up, please remember to place an extra chair to the side for anyone who may need to sit down while completing their ballot.